English speaking practice, how to answer the number one job interview question that students usually feel nervous about. Well, watch and find out. Coming up. Hey student, I am Teacher Prix, and I'm going to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. Thank you so much for watching this lesson. Make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my weekly videos. Now guys, this is a very basic question, but it usually makes students nervous, okay? And guys, even though this is a very basic question, it is very important, and I will give you 3 reasons why. Answering this question will show how basic or how advanced your English really is. This is important to know because some people put on in their resumes advanced, intermediate, certification in Cambridge, but when it's time to speak, they can't. So be careful, okay? Sometimes you're very worried about the level, but when it's time to deliver, you cannot. So when the interviewer asks this question, they want to see if you really know a bit of English, how basic or how advanced your English is. Because this question will determine the next questions they are going to ask you in English. Second reason, it shows how confident or how nervous you are. Everybody gets nervous, okay? It is natural. We are human beings. The interviewer will analyze your ability to speak, to show confidence, even though this is not your native language. So when they ask you this very basic question, they are testing your ability to keep it cool and give the best possible answer. Why? You may have presentations to make. You may have meetings to attend. You may need to speak on the phone. Can you keep it cool even if you make mistakes? Can you continue the conversation? Well, they are testing you. And we can do this test with very simple questions, because if you get too nervous, you will show, okay? It shows the interviewer if you actually have the skills to continue the interview in English. Yes, because if you fail at this question, why keep going, okay? So this may be a very simple question, so you actually have to prove yourself here. Paper lies, so what you wrote in your resume may not be true. You may believe it is because you went to school, because you traveled abroad, because you took an international certification. But can you do it? Now, when I had my interview at Bank of America in English, they saw in my resume, this was in Portuguese, this moment was in Portuguese, okay? Oh, you went to Harvard? And I said, yeah. And then after that, the entire interview was in English. It was my first interview. When she saw you went to Harvard, I said, yes. And then the rest of the interview, the first interview, was in English. And she asked me this very basic question that I'm going to share with you. Let's take a look at the question, and then I'm going to teach you how to answer this question the best way you can. And it's simple. Tell me about yourself. Now, you could go right now, and I understand if you decide to go. But if you believe in me a little bit, okay, and in my professional experience, I ask you to stay. I'm going to give you some recommendations so that you don't sound stupid or too nervous when answering this question. That's why I told you it's a basic question, but people fail. Here, we are going to focus on 3 important elements. Your current situation. Are you currently working? Have you recently finished in MBA or post-graduation, or have you recently left a company? Are you currently working somewhere? Okay? So this is something you need to analyze. You can also give a brief introduction. Well, I'm Priscilla, I'm from São Paulo, and then carry on to your current professional situation. Okay? You can say I'm married, I'm single, but it doesn't matter. Stay focused. Now, the mistake that I usually identify here when I prepare people for job interviews is, oh, okay, I'm sorry. I'll make some mistakes, but I'll do my best. No, never apologize for future mistakes. Politely start. You will make mistakes, but showing you're nervous will not make them sympathize for your situation. They are testing you. They are testing your ability to communicate. So don't start, well, my English is not so advanced, but okay. No, this is not a game. This is not a class. It's the jungle. Okay, it's real life. It's hunt or die. So go there with confidence and say, okay, I got this. Well, thank you very much. I'm Priscilla. I'm from São Paulo, and then you continue. Don't start with apologizing for your English level, okay? Never do that. And when I say this, I mean respectfully, okay? Because when you do that, you are already sending a message to your brain, oh, I'm not good. And you will begin to feel nervous about that. And at that moment, they don't really care so much about your feelings. They care about whether you can deliver or not. So your current situation, and I will give you a complete example, I will give you 2 examples, okay? Key points about your professional journey. Now, keep in mind, they have your resume, okay? So you don't need to repeat everything that is in your resume. They may not remember everything, but they have it there. So you don't need to say everything that is in your resume. Key points. You're just getting started. You don't need to mention everything you did. Relax. They're just testing your ability to keep it cool right at the beginning. And 3, you can connect the information you're giving with your background, some interests, and some qualifications that you have that can be relevant to the position you are interested, okay? But remember, this is just an icebreaker. You are just starting. You don't need to mention all your characteristics. So take a look at the screen now. I'm going to read you a short example of how I would recommend someone to answer this question. And remember, guys, there may be more information for you to mention depending on your level of experience. You just need to avoid exaggerations, okay? I don't want to know about your 10 brothers and sisters. That's not relevant. But if you casually mention, well, I love spending time with my family at some point, it's okay. You are talking to a human being, so you can be a little bit personal if it's somehow connected with the position you're looking for, okay? So let's go. Well, I'm Alice. I'm from São Paulo. I have recently finished an MBA program that helped me improve my management skills. In my latest job, I had the chance to help my manager run the entire department. I learned a lot during that time, and my interest in managing teams only grew as a result of that experience. I'm currently looking for an opportunity that will help me grow as a professional in business management. I'm very good at working in a group and handling multiple projects. I can speak English and Spanish well, and I feel comfortable having meetings and presentations in both languages. Outside of the office, I am an avid reader, or I love reading, and I love spending time with my family. All in all, I believe this position seems like a great opportunity for me to enhance my project management skills and continue building my career and challenging myself. Guys, now let's analyze here some key points from this presentation. You don't need to speak perfectly here. And in a real interview, they may interrupt you if they hear something, oh, really? That gets their attention. So this is what you should study. But when you go there, the conversation may go in a different direction, okay? So when I start, hi, I'm Alice, I'm from São Paulo. Okay, they will not interrupt you there. I have recently finished an MBA program that helped me improve my management skills. Here they may stop you and say, where? Oh, that's wonderful. Where did you study? Where did you take this MBA? And then you start talking about your latest job. Oh, in my latest job experience or in my last, no problems, okay? In my latest means in my most recent. But if you say in my last, it's fine as well. I had the opportunity to help my manager. So I helped my manager run the department. Run, in this case, means to manage. Why didn't I use manage? Because I said manager. So manager manage, manager run the department. I learned a lot, and my interest in managing teams increased because of that experience. So you're just giving a little bit of information. You're not going into details, okay? I'm currently looking for, Or nowadays I'm looking for. These are two things you can say. Nowadays I'm looking for an opportunity that will help me improve my management skills, that will help me improve my my project development skills. What kind of skills? My analytical skills. You name it. You need to find in your niche what is the best kind of word, okay? So if you are a doctor, if you are a nurse, and you're looking to work more specifically in surgeries, let's say you're a nurse and you're going internationally. I've helped nurses go internationally, actually, and you need to say something about that. There you have it. If you are an IT specialist, do you help implement systems, project management? What kind of work do you do in information technology? What kind of systems do you usually work with? So maybe you're looking for an opportunity to work more closely with AXZ system implementation. You name it, okay? Or with the specific kinds of companies. And then I continue. I'm quite good at, you're describing something you do well, some kind of qualification that is connected with the position. Maybe you are applying for a management position. So working in a group, handling, taking care, managing multiple projects will be useful, okay? Next one, I can speak English and Spanish well. People are usually very attached to the idea, I'm intermediate, I'm advanced, I'm fluent, so I can easily say that. I have no problems because I back it up. But in your case, you have to be honest with this. I can speak English and Spanish well. That's not my case. I speak English and Italian well, and I feel comfortable. Do you feel comfortable? I feel comfortable having meetings and presentations in both languages. Do you feel comfortable? If not, then you can change this. I can understand English well. I can write in English. You have to be honest. It's your interview, okay? Outside of the office, here I added a little touch of personal information. I like reading, which means I like studying, which means I may be a good candidate. I like working on myself, right? I'm an avid reader and I love spending time with my family. Loving to spend time with family was just something personal that I added. But I didn't continue, well, I have a husband, I have 4 kids, I have a dog and a bird and a... No, they don't need to know that. Only if they ask, okay? Now, you will finish. I believe this position seems like a great opportunity for me too. This opportunity is good for you to what? People usually give general answers to advance my project management skills and continue building my career and challenging myself. You can use this, okay? This is pretty much a standard. Why do you want to go to the next company? You want a new challenge. You want to learn more about something. Okay, it's not, I know some people go just because of the money, but it's never about the money. The satisfaction of having more money goes fast. At the end of the day, we work for someone because we have a purpose. We want to do something more. You want more challenge. You want to improve your career. You want to learn with the best, okay? So these are some ideas. Now, let me give you my example, okay, of how I would answer this question. Well, I'm Priscilla. I'm from a small town in the state of São Paulo, but I have been living here in São Paulo for the past 11 years. I have a bachelor's degree in international relations. In my latest job, I assisted my manager in the product development department of Bank of America, and I was able to learn a lot about product implementation flows, how to deal with different managers and different departments. I had a lot of meetings and presentations in English, and my knowledge in international financial products grew. I'm very organized, and I've got great analytical skills. I can speak and write in English fluently. And well, outside of the office, I'm very keen on learning more about the financial market, the latest news, and spending time with my family. All in all, I believe this position seems like a great opportunity for me to enhance my management skills and contribute to this company with the knowledge I have gained from my previous job experiences. Thank you. And then you finish, okay? Because as I said before, they may interrupt you, okay? Here, didn't even mention I went to Harvard. They may see my resume and ask, oh, so you've been to Harvard? Yes, twice. I took 2 different specializations there. Okay, so this is the thing. And I kept the organization who I am. Well, I'm from a small city in the state of São Paulo, but I've been living here for the past 11 years. I have a bachelor's degree in international relations. I don't have an MBA. I am working on my post-graduation. Whee! In my latest job, or in my last job, I assisted my manager. I assisted my manager in the product development department of Bank of America. And I was able to learn a lot about product implementation flows, how to deal with different departments, different managers. I had a lot of meetings and presentations in English, and my knowledge in financial products grew. I'm very organized and have great analytical skills. I can speak and understand English fluently. If you don't want to mention outside of the office, no problems. You don't need to. You can go straight to, I believe this position seems like a great opportunity for me to enhance my management skills, improve my management skills, and contribute to this company with the knowledge I have gained from my previous job experiences. Excellent. Now, guys, if you see the organization, there are 7 points. Hi, who I am, where I'm from. I have a bachelor's degree in whatever, okay, or an MBA in whatever, you name it. In my last job, in my latest job, highlights, okay? Nowadays, I'm looking for an opportunity to what? It's general again. You wanna challenge yourself. You wanna enhance your blah 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 skills. There's always something we want to improve, okay? And then you can describe something you're good at. I'm very organized. So these are some general things you can say. I can speak blah 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 and blah 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 well. I can understand English well. I feel comfortable making presentations in English. Outside of the office, I love traveling. I spend a lot of time with my family. I go to the countryside to visit my parents, or I take different courses to improve my professional skills. I believe this position seems like a great opportunity for me too. And when you finish, thank you. Or you can show with your face that you finished. Well, I believe this position will be a great opportunity for me to enhance my management skills and contribute to this company with the knowledge I have gained from my previous job experiences. And then you give a brief smile, okay? Communication doesn't always have to be verbal. You're not gonna be like, oh, I finished. That's it. No, it's a job interview. You can't do that. Okay? Now, guys, there are 2 things for you. I want to continue this job interview series, but you have a job, okay? You need to do something for me. If I get 50 comments, 50 different people, different comments here with job 2, I will bring video number 2 with another question from a job interview and how to prepare yourself in English, okay? The second thing you're going to do is you're going to follow the guidelines, the recommendation that I gave, and you're going to answer this question about you, okay? You are going to prepare yourself. All in all, guys, the key to interview success is just not what to say. It's how you say. Be careful when you're answering questions in English, apologizing too much. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I made a pronunciation mistake. I'm so sorry. Or are you speaking too quickly? Too quickly and people cannot understand you? Or are you mumbling? In the job. Stop. Breathe and speak, okay? Connect the ideas. Go and stop if they stop you. If they stop you, they will ask a question and then you answer their question and get back to your description. Introductions, there's some key points. The questions will continue. They will ask you for more information. That's when you are going to give them what they want. This is just an icebreaker. And to finish this video, if you want to pass a job interview, you have to practice every single day. If you're looking for a job and you know there will be an interview in English, you have to practice this in front of a mirror every single day. Answer a question, interview questions every day. So there you have it, my friends. If you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends. Other than that, job 2, and I will come back for more. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.